check and see if whether we put a greater than or less than sign, I'm going to need to have the same denominator. So I'm going to change 2/3 by multiplying the top and the bottom by 2, which gives me 4/6, and I have 5/6. 5 is larger, so the alligator always eats the bigger number. Over here, the denominator is already the same, but this is a negative number, so I already know that that's the smaller. So once again, I have the alligator eating the 3/8. In this case, I'm going to change 4/5 into a decimal, and it's easy to see then, once I see at the point 2, that the 0.7 is larger, so it's greater than. Adding or subtracting is simply looking and see if the denominator is the same, and they are in this case, so the denominator stays a 5, and we add the two numbers. In this case, we're subtracting, the denominator is also the same, so it stays the same, and we subtract 7 and 1, and we get 6. This, however, can be reduced, so we need to reduce it by dividing both by 2 to get a reduced fraction, so this is the actual answer. To do fractions that have unlike denominators, I need to change the denominator. So I'm going to change it to 6 on both of them. And I'm going to have to multiply this by 3, and I'm going to have to multiply this by 2. Now once I have the denominators the same, I can add the 3 and the 4 and get 7/6. Same with over here, we have to change our denominators. I'm going to change the denominator to 24. So I multiply 8 to get 24 by 3, so I multiply the top one by 3. And I multiply by 8, so I have to multiply that by 8. It's a subtraction problem. And so now when I subtract 9 and 8, I get 1. The denominator stays the same, and our fraction is already reduced. In this particular problem, we don't need to use a number line. All you need to do is press that in your calculator. But we have a positive and a negative, and a positive and negative means we need to subtract the numbers. So when we subtract, we get a 1.5. 3.5 is larger, and it's negative, so the answer is negative. In this particular problem, we'll need to change the denominators. So 7/16, this will become a negative 6/16 because we have to multiply both the top and the bottom by 2. And now we have a positive and a negative, so once again we will subtract the numbers, which we get 1. Denominator stays the same. 7 is larger, so it's a positive 1/16.